Hello everyone and welcome back to the Steemtrail Gaming Podcast. Today is the 3rd of December 2017 and we welcome you to the show. My name is Kralizec. I will be one of your hosts this evening. With me here I have Tygergamer. Hey Tiger, how are you?
Great, how about you?
I'm doing swell. Just swell. I really like the word swell. So, we're here to talk about games and gaming, so let's get straight into it.
Alright.
Okay, so I think I'm going to begin this week. I'm just going to take the spotlight straight away.
Alright, go for it.
I want to talk about this awful game I've been playing. It's really not good. So it's called Dinosis Survival. I've been playing episode 1 and a little bit of episode 2, so it's an episodic game. And it's this story-based first-person shooter. And man, is it amazingly bad. Like, let me put on a trailer for everyone to watch. So, first of all, the graphics are something like, I would say, 5 years old at the very least, and the animations are just amazingly bad. Like, there are birds in the game, and they just are half the time they're in one place. You know, they're flying, but they're standing still, just flapping their wings, not moving at all. It's hilarious. The game completely lacks any sort of like tips on what exactly you're trying to do. So you're just going around shooting dinosaurs. Well, that sounds fun on its own, you know. Oh, you get to shoot dinosaurs. But if there's nothing to do except that, it's really not that interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Combat is extremely lackluster. Like, you shoot stuff, it dies. Probably the thing that is closest to an interesting mechanic is the fact that you have to eat, but that means, you know, you have to kill the dinosaurs, and then you just come to them, you push a button, and you pull out a knife, and you get some meat out of them, and you cook the meat. And since you're killing dinosaurs all the time, you really don't have a problem with not having enough meat ever.
Yeah.
I know, the thing is, when you go to eat, you can make like ammo and arrows for your crossbow, so you don't even run out of those things. It's never like, okay, so I'm in a real tight spot, and if you like feel you're in a tough spot, well, you just go and you eat.
So it's pretty much like a suckier version of Ark.
Yeah, but by like $1,000,000%. I really don't recommend this to anyone. I'm really sorry to the game devs, but you should have just made a better game. I think they had a good idea. Like, the story actually seems like intriguing.
Yeah.
But if the story's built around isn't fun, I'm not going to care about the story that much. And it sort of makes me sad, because really the story seems quite interesting. You're flying on a plane, the plane crashes, and you just wake up in a world where suddenly there's dinosaurs. And there's like remains of human civilization.
Huh.
But, I don't know, I wish there was a better game built around this. What if
Is it an early access?
No, it's just a release, so I don't even remember the price, to be honest. Let me quickly find that. And it's even an episodic game, so, you know, you have to, like... Yeah, it's out for $5. It's like, not the worst price. But still, I wouldn't go with it. Maybe with some patches that would fix the combat, make it more interesting, and especially the animations. The animations are just weird. Like, if you go running, it's weird. That's the best way I can describe this. Yeah, not a recommendation from me. What have you been playing?
I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on my Switch.
Oh, is it fun? I'm going to guess it is.
Yeah, it is. One of the things stands out, one of the main, like I've been playing for 15 hours so far,
That's a pretty
which is
decent
a
time.
fraction of, yeah, but it's a fraction of, because this game is pretty huge.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I got it right here on my Switch right here.
Okay.
Sorry about the glare. But, yeah, the world, man, it is interesting. Pretty much, the world is called Allrest, and, pretty much mankind lives on these giant beasts known as Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, and each Titan has like their own climate, their own weather, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird, but
Yeah,
like at the
it
beginning,
actually sounds pretty interesting.
yeah, it is. And pretty much, like the main thing is lately, these Titans have been dying.
Mm-hmm.
So gotta try and find a way back at the World Trade to this place called Elysium,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty much get to Elysium and even and hope that that exists.
And I'm going to guess
Otherwise,
it probably does.
actually, I've not gotten that far yet.
Oh, it probably would be very weird if the game was like, you know, everybody just dies. Screw you.
Yeah, yeah, and all like on the surface, the game looks like your typical anime type game,
Mm-hmm.
but under the surface, it is depressing.
You know, a lot of anime can be quite depressing, but I'm not
Yeah.
I'm just not. I wouldn't pick this up either way. I'm just not fan of that sort of style of graphics. It just, I don't know. I just don't like Japan in general. I know that
Yeah.
sounds like horrible, but it stems from when I actually tried to learn Japanese. I discovered
Ah.
I discovered the people the way those people think is just so much more different than we Europeans, and I just can't go with that. It's just no, thank you.
But
But
yeah,
mhm.
the game is good so far. So yeah, I would recommend if you have a Switch, or if you're deciding on picking one up or getting one for Christmas, give this one a go.
I'm probably not going to get a Switch for Christmas. It's I was thinking about getting one for my father actually,
Huh?
but only because my father and my their neighbor, they love to play Mario Kart together.
Ah,
But they actually played on a GameCube.
can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, so I was like thinking maybe I should get him one, but I was like, nah, you know, it really wouldn't be worth it just for one game.
Yeah, but now since like the first year of Switch is coming to an end,
Hmm.
you know, you got Zelda, got Mario Kart, Arms,
Yeah,
Splatoon.
but my dad wouldn't play those things. He's
Yeah, true.
like they just like to sit down, you know, have a cup of coffee and just yell at each other with one more friend, just playing Mario Kart.
Uh,
And I think they're actually pretty good at it at this point. That's the worst thing. Like I cannot beat them anymore.
uh,
Yeah. But back to Xenoblade. Did you play the original Xenoblade?
no, I have not. But after starting to play this game, makes me want to go back to my mom's house, dig out my old Wii, and get the original Xenoblade.
I actually think, yeah, but you don't have a computer that's powerful, right? I
No,
forgot.
I do not.
Because I think you can probably emulate a Wii pretty decently these days.
Yeah, but
I know there's an emulator for the Wii U for sure.
yeah,
Okay, what about the combat in these things? Is it decent in those things? Not only in the
yeah.
storyline.
Yeah, the combat's decent. At first it seems pretty simple, but after a bit it gets kind of complex. But yeah, the combat's good.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. So, would you give it a recommendation?
Yes, I would if you have a Switch or you plan on getting one.
Okay, I got a few more games to talk about. So let me talk about this game called, I think it's pronounced Ode, like, the music genre.
Yeah.
And man, this game is sort of hard to describe. Let me put on a trailer for one. It's like, so first of all, it's from Reflections, the studio under
Yeah.
Ubisoft. So it's not your typical kind of game. It's more like an experimental little thingy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that much in terms of like gameplay mechanics. It's mostly about just collecting balls and going from one room to another, and just touching stuff because everything you touch in game makes a sound.
Hmm.
So you just go around touching stuff and making sounds, and this would be a game I would give to my 5-year-old if I wanted him to play a game. Because there's no
Yeah.
combat, there's no like nothing violent here. And I wouldn't have to be scared of like him learning any behavior that I wouldn't like, but he will still get to play a game. I think that's a thing a lot
Yeah.
of children just want to do. They don't really care what they play, they just want to play something. And the game looks beautiful, like everything is so colorful, and it sounds amazing.
Hmm.
Really, really great, like little piece of just. I would even almost call it a meditational game. Trying to find what the price is on this, but OD. Okay, it's on Ubisoft. Because it's a Ubisoft game, so
Yeah.
I don't see the price here. Where is the freaking price? OD game price. Man, I really cannot find a game in price.
How much? How much did you pay for it?
I actually didn't pay anything. My friend gave it to me.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and I sort of forgot to ask him. It wasn't actually my friend; it was my cousin. He was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "Give me some game, because I can review it." You know. Yeah, I'm just dumb and I can't find a price. But since it's Ubisoft, I'm going to guess it's not that cheap. OD game. What about you play? Oh, finally, shop. Oh, it's only $5.
Ain't bad.
So, yeah. Well, then I would give this a 100% recommendation. I was thinking it would be like 20,
Hmm.
since it's a Ubisoft game,
Yeah.
But since it's just $5, go for it. If you're looking for something just where you don't have to think, honestly, you just go in and roll around. You're actually like a character in a ball. That's the most
Hmm.
interesting thing. You know those, what's it called? I think they're like Zorp balls. Like they put you
Yeah.
inside. It looks some similar to that.
Actually, the first thing that came to mind when you said you play as a character in a ball,
Uh huh.
the first thing that came to my head was Super Monkey Ball.
Oh no, it's not like that. It's more like those Zorp balls.
Okay.
Okay, you played anything else other than Xenoblade?
No, nothing new.
Okay, then I got one more game to talk about. This game is called Nocturnal Hunt. This is the game I spent most of my time this week, about 6 hours, I would guess. So pretty decent time, but I kept dying a lot, so I kept restarting. It's like this little stealth game, but it takes the concept from an opposite side of an angle. You're actually a wolf trying to kill the hunters.
Hmm.
And because they stole your pup and you're trying to get your pup back. You're like
Yeah.
the mother, the angry wolf mother. Never piss on the angry wolf mother.
Yeah.
And there really isn't that much in terms of mechanics. You just you can sprint, you can move slowly so hunters don't see you, and if you're close enough, you can kill them. But it's
Hmm.
quite fun because you have to go on with a really tactical approach, because if they hit you just once, you die. So you really have to think about how you approach each enemy. If there are two enemies together, you have to lure one of them away. Yeah, it's quite fun. It looks decent. It's not like you're the AAA title. I would say it's a AA title.
Okay.
Really interesting.
How much is it?
Yeah, let me. I forgot to put that into my. It's only $4.79 or €4.79. But that's right now.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, that's a great price. But that's a sale that ends in about a week. It ends on the 8th. Then it will be $6. But $6 is still a great price for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like looking for a little stealth game, it isn't honestly that long, because once you get the pup, you're done pretty much, and the game is always structured in the same exact way, so there's like no variability. So once you finish it, you're done. What would I love in here is multiplayer. This would be a great game for asymmetric multiplayer.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because you have the wolf, that would be overpowered as fuck. Though it would have to be done, because right now, the AI is fairly dumb. I will go with that. And if it was actual players, it would have to be done quite differently. So actually, like going to stealth would have to put you invisible for at least a moment. And obviously, it would have to be done in such a way that it doesn't allow the hunters just to group up and be all in one place all the time, covering all the angles and not being able to attack. Like there would need to be some side objectives for the hunters, and they would need to split to do them. Like you need to go to base A, you need to go to base C, and you need to go to base F to cap these, and you need to cap them all at once. Then
or what they could do, since you have like a group of hunters, you know like how wolves, they travel in packs. Instead of just having like a lone wolf, have like a pack of wolves.
No, but then it wouldn't be as asymmetric multiplayer.
But don't have as many wolves as you do as hunters.
Oh, you mean like the hunters would be the OP ones?
Yeah.
Okay, that could probably be done as well. And it will be quite different, because usually it's the monster who is like the OP one. And having, the worst monster are the humans.
Yeah,
that could be quite interesting. And this game just calls for it. But I understand why it isn't there. And it's actually one of the reasons I picked it up. Because I was looking for something single player. I didn't want to play something multiplayer. And this was like, oh, this looks interesting. It's single player for once. It doesn't have multiplayer at all. Okay.
And it's a full release, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a full release. It's no early access, no beta, no anything. It's just a game. And I love the fact that the game developers are actually called the Wolfpack.
That is awesome.
Yeah, they really thought about this. And I actually think they're probably... how do you pronounce this in English? I think they're Magyar? Is that a way to pronounce that?
Say it again?
Magyar. The country with goulash.
Oh. I don't know.
Man, I have a complete hole in my brain. Yeah, they're from Hungary. Yeah, because the language, it sounds really Hungarian. At least like in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty much all I played this week. You already said you haven't played anything this week, so let's go on to the news.
Alright.
Okay, let's start with the big industry news. The one I think
Yep.
is really, really sad on one hand. But on the other hand, it's quite good for the industry as a whole. So it's about the fact that microtransactions revenue is rapidly, rapidly rising on PC.
Hmm.
So I actually sent you the data. Did you get a chance to look at them?
Yes.
So those are only well, they're PC and console. They aren't mobile, you know. So mobile isn't included in here. But I would
Yeah.
be willing to guess that mobile is even in a worse spot in terms of this. That microtransactions are currently the vast majority of money earned by the industry.
Huh.
Like
No wonder.
right now, just full game releases, you know, if you buy a box game or if you buy a full release, those made about $8 billion this year. That's a good number,
Dang.
right? Then we have expansions and DLCs. Those made $5 billion. That's pretty nice as well, right? So right now we're at $13 billion together. And then we have a $22 billion made in microtransactions. Let me
Dang.
actually put on the graph for you guys so you can see it as well. So it's almost double the money made by microtransactions. And you can see that it only gets worse in the future. So the numbers in the future are obviously predictions. Nobody can see into the future. But it is expected that by 2020, $24 billion will be made just purely off microtransactions.
Dang.
And I gotta say, I'm not happy about this at all. I don't like microtransactions at all. Though I think if states actually come and start to regulate with all the anti-gambling laws that are currently being considered against loot boxes, this number could probably go down significantly.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess like really significantly. I don't think it will like go down, but I think it will stay at a similar number to now.
Yeah.
But if anybody wonders why companies like EA or anyone else are putting these shitty microtransactions deals into their games, this is why. Because we are buying them at large. So I know you actually wanted to talk about a story. I think this is a good point to interject it.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
19-year-old, I guess you can call him a man now, but a 19-year-old man, since he was like, I think it was like 14 years old, for 5 years, he spent over 13 grand on microtransactions.
And you know
13.
what? I'm going to guess he's like a middle of the way fish. He's still not going to be one of the whales.
Actually, if I remember correctly, in the story, he literally got like 2 jobs just so he could have enough money to buy more microtransactions.
Yeah, and I was actually sort of thinking about a whole video on this. I might actually do it anyways. I've been reading a lot of articles by, you know, professional gaming journalists, especially from sites like, you know, GameSpot, Game Rant, anything like that.
Yeah.
Saying that microtransactions aren't bad until they aren't paid to win.
Yeah.
And I think they sort of fallen into a trap here. We gamers got used to that. We got used to microtransactions just being in games, and we are right now the general consensus is as long as it's cosmetic and useless shit, we don't care.
Yeah.
But we completely forgot about the fact that if it's designed properly, it is literally gambling, and it is actually worse than gambling. So imagine if you're going to go play a slot machine,
Yeah.
and you throw in let's call it $1, and you have, let's say, a 5% chance of winning
Mhm.
and a 95% of losing.
Yeah.
So if you go in, 95% of the time you will just lose, and most people will try it once, twice, and then be like, "Ah, screw this. I never won anything, and I will never try it again."
Yeah.
What happens if you buy a $1 loot box? You still have a 5% chance to win, let's say, a legendary skin,
Mhm.
but you don't have that 95% chance of losing. You will always win something. Always.
Mhm.
And it just feeds you into this loop of, oh, I got this looties. Oh, I want more. Maybe next time I will get a legendary, but I will still get something.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually worse than gambling when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's even more
I would
addictive.
agree.
It's even more
Mhm.
addictive.
Yeah.
Like uh the only reason we have sort of ignored it until now is the fact that we usually don't give our kids access to our credit cards or something like that.
Mhm.
The problem is that the kids who are already addicted to loot boxes right now for past 3-4 years, that started, let's say 15, and they aren't addicted by, and they aren't buying them for money because until now they never had access to money. They will now start becoming adults. That means they will have a job
Yeah.
and their own money and their own credit cards, and they will start spending money on loot boxes, and we will have potentially a huge generational gap of people who just are lost into debt because they want more loot boxes. And
Mhm.
man, I'm sort of scared of this.
Mhm.
And
I mean both.
so right now, I think loot boxes just need to go.
Yeah.
Seriously, the industry needs to realize that they aren't good for the industry in the long run. They might make
Yeah.
very good quick profits of them, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But in the long run, they will just run your consumers out of money. And if they don't have
Mhm.
money, they will not be buying a shit from you. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just hoping that. Did you hear about the new? What was it? The agency of, like, they wanted to come up with solutions to help the gaming industry deal with these issues. So, like, for
Yeah.
example, they have a consumer line and you can call them and say this company is being shitty.
Yeah.
On one hand, I'm really hoping this, I think agency is probably the buzzword, could help. On the other hand, I'm scared that it could get easily abused by people who
Yeah.
will want to force their ideologies. So,
Yeah.
but that's always a risk. I don't think there's really a way to avoid that, unless, like, the whole industry would just come together right now and be like, you know what, we were wrong. Loot boxes are shit. Let's not do them anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't think that will be the case, sadly.
Yeah. In a way, I
Mhm.
would say it. It like if companies still want to get make money off of microtransactions. I would say one game that they can do a model off of is a Warframe, because in that game,
Mhm.
yeah, it has microtransactions, but it's also free to play. But you can go into the marketplace. If you see something that you like, you can either go and pay real money for it, or you can get the blueprint and make it yourself in game for free.
I don't even think I don't have a problem with microtransactions. Microtransactions themselves are fine. It's just the loot boxes and the
Yeah,
systems that actually are gambling. Because as
yeah,
long as you aren't sure what you're getting, that's the problem. If you're
yeah,
like, so here's a piece of armor and it costs $1, or you can spend an hour grinding for it. Here's a piece of super awesome armor that costs $5, or you can spend 5 hours grinding for it. That's completely fine. Even even the hours can be larger if it's like, you know, a free-to-play game and you really want to restrict your gaming economy. That's fine. The problem is when you're spending 50 cents here and 50 cents here and 50 cents here. You know, it sounds like nothing, but if you buy 100 loot boxes a day, that's $50.
Yeah, sure is.
And also, you need to remember, these developers are always releasing new stuff, so you will never be finished with buying their shit.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there are people buying their shit, there will be people making that shit. Seriously, gamers. I know I think there's estimates that it's only 2% of people who are actually spending big bucks.
Yeah.
These 2% of people need to calm the fuck down and stop giving developers their money.
Yeah, I would agree. But hey, don't listen to us. It's your own life. Do what the heck you want.
That's one thing, but please don't be idiots, on the other hand. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, actually. Let's move... It's sort of connected still to this. And it's EA. Yay. But this is actually sort of good news in a bad way. Or it's bad news in a good way. I don't know how to look at it. So, EA Art stock drops by more than $3 billion in value. After the Battlefront controversy.
Shocker.
Yeah, but nah, it is actually a shocker. It was 8%. That's huge on the stock market. You know, since we both come from the crypto sphere, and 8% is nothing for us.
Yeah.
But for a stock market, this is like... So, right now, Bitcoin is at, I think, something like over 10,000, right? 10,500.
Yeah. Yep.
So imagine, this would be something like if tomorrow Bitcoin would be at $4,000. It would be a similar shock to you, right?
I was saying, yay. I'm be easier to get Bitcoin.
Yeah, for you it would be, yeah, finally I can buy more. But for the people who invested, it would probably be pretty shitty. For the people who invested long term, you know.
Yeah.
And people who invested long term into EA, 8% is huge. Like, it is huge.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate it. It's like ridiculous. Usually it's like, so the best stock today gained like 1.5%, and that's really awesome. Especially when it comes to big companies. So this was an 8% drop, and seriously, it was ridiculous. Okay, I really don't know what much else to say about this than I'm actually glad that it happened, because maybe it will... This is actually one of the few things that could make a corporation reconsider what the fuck it is doing.
Yeah.
There really isn't that much else that could change this.
True.
Other than them losing a ton of money. We got actually one more EA news. This one I actually don't mind, for once. So there was a leak of internal emails leaking some 2018 plans. So we got leaks for 2 games, 2 pretty big releases actually. I don't know how to pronounce the name of one of them. Is it F-E? Is it Fe? Fee?
Fee?
Is it Fee?
Yeah, Fee. I think it's Fee.
Why the fuck do you call your games like this? How the fuck are we supposed to know how to pronounce it? Seriously.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'm actually going to show both of the emails right now to you guys. The fee is the one at the bottom, and it's a pretty short roadmap because you know, it seems to be just going until pretty much February.
Yeah.
So we should be getting something for Nintendo Direct not this January, the upcoming January. And
Yep.
it actually seems Fi will be coming to the Switch.
Yep.
And then in February, we're getting some, reviews and these sort of things.
Yeah.
Just, it's just a marketing campaign. There's nothing that amazing about this particular leak.
Yeah.
The other one got me a little bit more interested.
Yep. A Way Out.
Yeah, A Way Out. First of all, the game looks amazing. That's
Yes.
I think everybody is pretty much acknowledging that. But did you mention did you see that line that says Joseph as a personality is a plus. His passion is great, but need to watch out for controversy.
Huh.
And it just got me stuck. What sort of controversy are they talking about? Because there are two possible ways you can think about it. So either they're just right now being super cautious about everything.
Yeah.
And that certainly is possible. I'm not saying it isn't. They're just like, okay, so we just came out of this controversy, and this game is probably our largest hit for next year. We just need to make sure nothing happens here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually looking like this is the only EA game I'm looking forward to next year.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to Fi as well. It looks
Yeah, that too.
pretty good. But what's the other choice is what scares me. The other choice is that Joseph has some skeletons in his closet.
Hmm.
By the way, Way Out is a co-op game made by the developer of Tale of Two Brothers. Amazing game. Amazing. Seriously amazing.
Yes.
And Joseph is actually the developer of that game. I sort of wonder if they're just like making if it was like a little point of its own, just like a fourth point, watch out for controversy. We like just they're making sure nothing shitty happens, but because it is included in that line with Joseph, I'm sort of scared there's some skeletons in his closet. Really scared because the game looks amazing and I don't want it just to fail because of something from his past.
Yeah.
So, fingers crossed, nothing will happen because.
Yes.
But I just have a bad feeling. Seriously, just a bad feeling right here. And I've learned to trust my instincts, man.
Yeah. You know what? And also, like this email made me think. Shoot. I doubt they'll bring it to Switch, but A Way Out would be a great game on Switch.
Yeah, well, because you can just have two Switches and play right next to each other. That would be a good way, and you don't have to go split screen.
Yeah, but also, if you don't have, if you're playing with another person that doesn't have a Switch, you can just get them the other Joy-Con, and there you go.
Yeah, that's certainly possible as well.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just scared. I'm not scared.
Yeah,
I'd say worried. Worried is probably a better word here.
Yep. Shocker. EA puts microtransactions in A Way Out.
I think actually that would probably be the least worst thing that could happen. I'm like, I'm really scared like Joseph will come out like, I don't know, he did something shitty. But I hope not. Really hope not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from conspiracy theories into something a bit more real. So PUBG is going to get a mobile release. Why, I don't know. Oh, I do, because money, but...
Yes.
Why mobile?
Yeah, really. Well, I guess because since it's coming to China,
Yeah.
Mobile games are a lot more popular in China.
And I understand the reasoning behind that. It's much cheaper just to buy a phone than to buy, either a computer or a console and or a TV.
Yeah.
But mobile? I understand that they probably primarily aiming for the tablet market or even the phablet market, not really for mobile, you know.
Yeah.
But seriously? The only thing that makes me happy is that means this will 100% get a release on Android, and I might get to try it out.
Yeah, same here.
Because I'm not iOS.
Not either.
Yeah. And for me, it's just a price reason because Apple stuff is just much more expensive here in Europe.
Yeah.
But I know PUBG and mobile. I'm hoping it will be good, but I think it will just be another shitty mobile shooter. I never seen a good shooter in mobile. I'm just way too used to my mouse, my Logitech mouse. It's just so good. My precious. No, seriously, I couldn't have any other mouse than Logitech at this point. I've been using one since I was 12.
Dang.
Yeah, I remember I started with the G518 Logitech mouse, and I'm just way too used to the shape of the mouse at this point. And I love the fact that they actually make big mice. It's not, you know, those tiny little things that you hold like this, and you're like, I got only 2 fingers on the mouse, and the whole mouse is in my 2 fingers. This fits my fucking whole hand. And that's how you do a mouse. So it fits your hand. Okay, and our last piece of news. I've been so looking forward to reporting on this.
Yeah.
Yay! So Activision is currently fighting a patent for Call of Duty.
Yeah, spelled DODEE, as in duty.
Yeah. So the company that they're fighting is a dog poop removal service.
Yeah.
Isn't this like the best piece of news ever?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So Activision is right now literally fighting shit. There really isn't even another way to say this. They're just fighting shit. And even better, dog shit.
Yeah. Or cat shit.
Yeah, so Call of Duty's, they're a company that, you know, they just like had the best idea for a name ever. And they're just going around and, you know, scooping up poop people have left on the ground. It's a useful job and an important one, actually, in our society. And I praise them for it, highly praise them for it. And I freaking hope they either get a shit ton of money to change their name. Like, I mean a shit ton. Because they're dealing with shit. That's why they need a shit ton.
Yep.
Or they get to keep it. And at this point, I think Activision would make a better decision if they let them keep their name and actually supported them.
Yes. Do something right for once.
Yeah, but be good once. It would be awesome. Yeah. And I'm willing to bet you, like, imagine that special little Easter egg in the next Call of Duty where one of the missions is you going up, picking up dog poop.
Or that could be like a bonus mission.
Yeah, like just a little Easter egg. You know, something, or have a special weapon that's just like, you know, one of those gloves for picking up dog poop. There would be a special melee weapon.
Yeah, or have a gun that shoots out dog shit.
Nah, I think that would be a little too much. But seriously, just be good for once. This is such a great PR if you will do it right. And I'm really hoping there is somebody at Activision who is like, yeah, why don't we just support them? This will be the best PR ever.
Hey, I'll say this. If Activision turns around and supports this, I'll buy the next Call of Duty next year.
And if they really want to be amazing, they should just make a game called Call of Duty. And
There you go.
just make it be a dog poop retrieval simulator. Remember, there was a game called literally Goat Simulator and did well. Why wouldn't this do well? It would be the next meme
really.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually remember, do you remember back in, I think it was like 2011 when Bulletstorm was coming out? And they released a game called Duty Calls.
I don't think so.
Oh man. Well, it's like a free. You can download it for free on PC. And every single time you would shoot your gun, it would say boring, boring, boring.
Yeah,
it was like a parody game of Call of Duty.
I don't remember that, sadly. It was the first time I was in university I was actually trying at that point. Plus, I was addicted to World of Warcraft.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah. Activision, do it right, and we will praise you for at least a month. We promise.
Yeah. And like I said, if they do this, for once, I'll actually buy the next Call of Duty.
Okay, do you got anything else in terms of news, or we will just end this on a high note?
Let's end it on a high note.
For once, then the only thing there's left for us to do today is to recommend some games. Do you have anything to recommend?
Yes, I'd like to recommend Dead Rising 4. It's finally coming to PS4. It's not the best Dead Rising game, but hey, you get to kill zombies in a Christmas-themed game.
Yeah, like there aren't like 50 games doing that already.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one recommendation as well. So I got a little action arcade platformer, it's called Gunlock. I don't know the price. I know the release date. It's coming out on the 6th. It looks pretty decent for a platformer. I like their style, the graphics. They're like halfway pixel art. I don't know if the game will be good, but usually if a small game looks decent, it is usually at least semi-decent gameplay-wise as well. And I don't have anything else to recommend, actually.
I don't either.
Okay, then let's bring this to an end. Let the shilling begin.
Yes. You can find me at Tygergamer on YouTube and at Tygergamer on STEEMIT.
And you can find me at Kralizec Gaming on YouTube and as Kralizec on STEEMIT. Be also sure to follow Steemtrail on STEEMIT, as we are bringing you daily gaming news every single day. Sort of the point of the word daily.
Yep.
If you liked this podcast, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this on STEEMIT, be sure to give us an upvote and follow our blog. With that being said, that's probably going to be it for today. So
yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, and see you guys later with more gaming content.
Yeah.